All right, when you guys are warming up, what's the first club you take out of the bag?
58.
58.
54 degree.
And you like swing full right away? You start off with little chip shots?
Very small, and then kind of as I feel better, it goes further.
Like how
and
small?
further.
Show me like your first shot of the day.
Like tiny. I have a 54 in my hand.
Yeah, I
like
do too.
it's a tiny swing.
I usually start off with little chips to get my body moving,
Yeah.
and then gradually get longer and longer.
Nice.
I like just go with whatever feels good.
Yeah.
How long before a tournament round are you showing up to the course?
To the golf course, I show up 2 hours before my round.
Okay, and then when are you on the range?
An hour before.
So before that, you're kind of like stretching out, loosening, getting ready?
The older I am, the longer it takes to do
you
all the
notice the
off-course
difference?
stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely the older I am, the longer it takes to do the off-course stuff. And then once I get on the range, I'm about the same as her.
Yeah, I get there 2 hours before. I go and eat, and then 30 minutes before the hour, I go and warm up, and then I'm on the range exactly an hour before my tee time.
Nice. And then how long do you hit balls for?
It varies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly just if I'm hitting it good or if it's warm out. It honestly depends on the temperature outside.
Yeah.
If it's cooler out, it'll take me longer because I really need to just get going. It takes me longer. But when it's warm out, I feel like I'm warmed up in like 5 minutes.
Do you guys like cold weather? Are you mutters?
We're Floridians.
Like the bad conditions?
We're Floridians.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like I get really cold, like to the bone, and then I just like, can't move. And I feel like it's maybe.
Wait, yeah. What tournament were you playing in where
Orlando.
we were watching and it's just like, Nelly looks really cold.
It was in Orlando, and I actually whipped out a ski jacket.
Yeah, you
I
were
was
wearing it
hitting
like
in
between putts and stuff.
No, I was actually
Yeah.
hitting in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I like couldn't warm up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then
freezing.
can you swing properly in a
I was
parka?
swinging in that better than I was with all like my jackets on.
It's because you're more connected.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It's like the towel drill. Yeah.
Exactly.
And how often are you guys playing together during a tournament week?
Usually practice rounds.
Like every practice round?
It depends on what side of the pro-am we're on. Like if she's
Got it.
usually we're the opposite, so we'll play like one round together.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's an 18-hole pro-am, we'll play.
And majors, we typically play every practice round together.
It's also helpful when you share a coach so
Yeah.
you're not like,
Right.
I'm going to play 9 holes at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
off 1. And I'm like, well, I want to play 9 holes at 9 a.m. off 10.
Totally. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Did you guys play with other people also? Or is it usually just the two of you when you're...
We have
a
One
group.
of our friends usually joins in. We have a good group out there, and it kind of just depends on if it fits in their schedules too.
Who are some of your pals out on tour?
Megan King, Austin Ernst, Allison Lee.
She's naming them all.
Yeah, some of my friends retired or no longer play or play less.
And then did Nelly just like adopt some of your friends when she got on tour?
Well, she knew a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
From when I was playing junior golf, and then they were like Allison was still playing junior golf with.
I played some junior
Nelly.
golf events with her, and then Megan and I grew up together, so she's been my bish since junior days.
I adopted Megan because of Nelly. That was like a.
Got it.
That was
Yeah,
a
so it
Nelly-
works both
yeah,
ways.
Yeah, totally.
How is it living on opposite sides of Florida? What's the biggest difference between like Bradenton area and like Jupiter life?
For me,
Jess can answer this because she's lived in both.
yeah, it's just like my friends all live in Jupiter. So if I do want to go see someone or go do something, I can. I have that option.
Yeah.
I definitely miss my family, like being close to them. But I see Nelly literally like all the time.
Yeah.
So
How's the vibe different? Like
It's way
culturally, city to city.
It's a little bit more fast-paced, I feel like, in Jupe.
Yeah.
and people say
I
the
think so,
Jupe's
too.
slow too, and I'm like, where you come from? And they're like, New York. I'm like, okay, well there you go.
See, I like when I see everyone on tour, right? And so when I'm home, I like to just get away. I like to be in my own little bubble, and I like to go see my family. I don't think I've used my kitchen in a really long time. I'm constantly, mom's cooking dinner for me, and I don't know, I just like it over there. I don't know if I could ever move.
Who do you guys play with at home?
I don't actually play with a ton of people. If I want to get a game, some of the girls live out there. Obviously, a lot of the guys live out there, but
Yeah.
our schedules like don't align often.
Right.
And then when we
Their
are
off weeks
home
are
and-
not your off weeks.
Yeah, if we do want to hang out, it's usually at each other's houses for like a dinner and a hangout.
Right. Not
rather
always
than-
playing golf. So you play a lot of golf by yourself.
Yeah, I like the peacefulness and just being in my own zone.
Nice. What do you guys think of your new coach?
We love Jamie.
Come on in, Jamie. Tell us what we're looking at here. And if you guys want to switch clubs, then definitely you can work your way
let's
like
go
through a little
maybe-
bit of a warm up.
Yeah, let's maybe go a little 9 irons or something like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Jamie, how long have you been working with these two young women?
I don't know, it's weird. We just started in the last year, and it feels like I know the ladies a lot better than I do. Obviously, I've been big fans of both of theirs and watched them a lot. Jess is very good buddies with my player, Patrick Cantlay. And Nelly feels like, to me, although she's from the west coast of Florida, she feels like kind of West Coast Cali, kind of mellow surf girl, which is...
Oh no.
Yeah.
High praise.
Cali girl.
Yeah. Although she doesn't want to be a Cali girl, there's too much traffic, but I get it. She has reasons to come to California, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not you.
And yeah, I've had a pretty charmed career, and this is one of the pleasures of my life to get to teach them both and become friends with both of them. And they're behind the scenes even better than they are in real life when you're watching them on TV or when they're playing. They've got great sense of humors. I like that statement. What do you say, that they are sisters and they choose to be best friends? And there's certain times in both of them where they finish each other's sentences, and then there's other times where what comes out of the end of each other's sentences, they look at each other like, I can't believe you just said that. And I think we've had a bunch of fun in what we're doing. They're different as in all my players are, in what they work on and how we go about it. As I said earlier, in something we did, Jessica might have the most fundamental golf swing that I've seen on anybody. And Nelly has this athleticism and this ability to use her body and this beautiful, elegant pace and grace, and this effortless power, that both of those things are a pleasure to coach.
Is he always this nice to you guys?
Yeah. Yes. So positive.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
He's not like a tough love guy. He's like more of a support
I've gotten
system.
tough love once.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, give me 30 seconds right now.
Yeah, I mean, just we're pretty candid about what we do. There's some attorney-client stuff, but one of the tournaments that I was at, I got Jessica going and she kind of spilled on what happened in the round for about, 21 minutes, and then she got the 1 minute of, okay, I've heard enough. Now tomorrow go do this, and this is what happened, and you got to take responsibility because it says your name on the bag. And the next day, I think she was 5 under and played a lot better, and that kind of has to happen in what we do. But
Yeah, are your guys on-course personas similar? Do you react to stuff in like relatable ways to each other, or is it different?
I think different. I don't know. I would say different. I think I'm a little bit more intense out there.
Yeah, I try to, the more relaxed I am, the better I feel, the better I play.
Yeah.
I'm still like intense when I'm hitting the shots, but in between it, I just like to chill a little bit more because that's just how my personality is.
Yeah.
Whereas Nelly,
I'm like in my own bubble.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had bags drop and like people yell in my swings and everyone's like, how'd you not like stop? And I'm like, I just don't even notice it. Like I'm literally in my own bubble out there.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I want you to show me one quick thing that these guys are thinking about when they're warming up. One for each of them.
yeah, like I said, I'll have Jessica. Why don't Jessica go first now, and you can keep practicing if you want.
Okay,
But
perfect.
if Jessica was going to hit a shot, go ahead and hit it. My first ball, I'm like standing out here kind of looking back at her, and I want to see how she's delivering her lower body to the ball. And if, that was pretty nicely done. But for example, say if it was early in the morning, she wasn't moving, I would give her maybe a little helping hand. And then I just kind of put the club on here so she can load, and then I'm just casually going to give her a little push towards the target. That was wonderful. And you could feel that one, right? How your body just kind of dictated what happened all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
And then why don't you let me slide in here just so I can see Nelly when we do that. We've been working and talking about this thing of the rock and the string. It was an old Ernest Jones thing where the club, rather than being a shaft and a club that is a rock and a string. So I like this. Do me a practice swing and pretend this is a string and try to really control the club up and then let it come back down. I love that, really quiet and clean.
Wait, so the end is the rock? And the shaft is the string?
Exactly right.
Oh, that's cool.
And then step up to the ball and don't even think that you're hitting it and just control the rock and string.
What does that feel like, Nelly?
It feels very like fluid. Like it's very hard to describe, but it just feels easy. Like you're not even working. Your club just goes up.
It's just gravity.
Yeah.
This all sounds weird, but I miss teaching everybody and don't get to do it as much. And also are really, proud that we're getting to teach the best players. But this will work for everybody when you really think about it. And they kind of forget that this is a 13-ounce club. That's an ounce ball. You're swinging it through air. It doesn't take very much. And then I think the visual of imagining, like if you had a rock and you went like that, it would come up and hit you in the head. But if you controlled it like that, you wouldn't do it. So this would be her and I warming up, and we're pretty cash, I think, by nature, both of us. She tells me a joke, I tell her a joke, we laugh a little bit, and then she would hit a shot, and maybe I'd be standing there and I'd go, hey, why don't you just casually make me a swing with the rock and the string like that? So go ahead and do that. And she would just casually, not without the ball, just one time, just a practice swing, real cash, just up and right down. And then I want you to set up to the ball, and I want you to imagine there's no ball, and I just want you to do that one more time and allow the ball to get in the way.
The ball's just interrupting the swing.
And then the ball gets in the way, and then that would be what would go on, and then I would say something like, 2 Irish guys left a bar, and she would go, it could happen. And that's basically what would go on. And then,
like a therapy session. It's like peaceful.
Yeah, like
Jamie's voice is so peaceful.
I was going to say, I'm kind of like feel myself chilling out a little bit.
Yeah. That's how it literally, that's what it feels like when we're warming up and he's there during a tournament.
Yeah, but it's...
You feel very relaxed, instead of feeling uptight and you're like, okay, gotta go. You're like, okay, here I am floating to the first tee.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I guess maybe I'm proud to say this or not proud to say this, but I've been doing this for longer than both of them have been alive. And when I'm watching people play well, like and you're watching them cruise, they're casually cruising when they're playing. And when they're not, they're kind of rapid. So I think my cadence and my pace is kind of the same thing. So why don't we end and have them like if they were both warming up at a tournament, and we'll just have them hit a ball together.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, one last thing I wanted to ask you guys.
All right.
Do you love golf?
Yeah.
Do you like this? What's your very favorite part of your jobs?
For me, other than obviously like winning and like the normal stuff that everyone would say, is meeting all the kids that come out that are inspired to come back or pick up the game of golf. I think just seeing like that twinkle in their eye every time they come out and that interaction between us and them, I think that's one of my favorite things.
All right, Nelly, you can't take that one.
No, I mean, it is one of the reasons, but for me, it's like the moments you're coming down the stretch and you're in contention and you feel the rush through your entire body. It's like those moments, those are the moments I love, and like the intensity too. It's like after you feel really sick because you're like, oh my God, I just went through like a million emotions in like the past 4 hours, but it's like what I love. I like strive to be in that position as many times as possible, and that's what I work for, so I love that.
If you describe what she just said, I mean, their job, they could be the face of American women's golf, and there's so many young ladies and young men that are looking up to what they're doing, and I think she described it perfect. And then one of our players that's been very successful just lost in a playoff, and the feeling of losing in a playoff feels worse than winning a tournament feels good. So whatever that is not only do they love it, like we're in love with that, and that's kind of our Jones. Like we're doing this, like I think we would be friends if we weren't into golf, all of us. Mm-hmm. But we're here. I'm coaching them so we can win. Yeah. Period.
But I have to add, I actually, like, as much as I'm kind of caught between like the lows and highs, because I appreciate the lows so much because I enjoy grinding on something. So I think like even though it may feel really bad to lose in a playoff, like I feel like that's also like extra motivation, and I also like not enjoy, but I don't know, I kind of like maybe feed off of it a bit.
We also said that we've never learned anything from when we've won.
Yeah, you learn
Yeah.
the
Like
most
not a
from when
thing.
you're
Yeah.
Other than the
When
fact
you're
that
losing.
it was like super cool to be in that position and like pull it off and all that stuff.
maybe you learn how to like handle
Yeah,
the
be in the
situation a little
position.
better. But
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think every time we failed,
I
we were
love what they
learning.
both say. I like listening to them both talk about it, and I think you know, it's fun to do this. And everybody else says, "Oh, you want to be the best in the world." I don't. I'd just like Jessica Korda to be the best player in person that she can be, and Nelly Korda to be the best player in person she can be. And with all that they bring to the table, that's going to be plenty good enough.
That's pretty good. All right. Take us out with one shot together.
Let's do it at the same time, okay? You want to? Let's do this.
Let me
Let's
set
make
up
get set up, and we're going to do it on 3.
Are we
Okay.
hitting
On
on
three
three
or-
or after 3?
We're going to do it on 3, and we're going to do it in Spanish, okay?
Okay.
All right, are you ready? Because I'm
Yeah.
a California guy close to Mexico. Are you ready?
okay.
1, 2, 3.